Stoat versus rabbit. Stoats weigh about 200 grams. Rabbits weigh up to 2 kilograms. That's a 10 to 1 size disadvantage. And the stoat wins almost every time. Stoats hunt rabbits through a combination of relentless pursuit and a bizarre behavior called the weasel war dance. They leap, twist, spin, and tumble erratically in front of their prey. This isn't play, it's a hunting strategy. The chaotic movement confuses and mesmerizes the rabbit, which freezes or approaches out of curiosity. When the rabbit hesitates for even a second, the stoat launches at the back of its neck and delivers a killing bite to the base of the skull. Stoats have been documented chasing rabbits for over 15 minutes at full speed until the rabbit collapses from exhaustion. Their metabolism runs so hot they need to eat about 40% of their body weight daily just to survive. A stoat that doesn't hunt is a stoat that starves. They also kill prey much larger than rabbits, including hares that outweigh them by 15 times. They store excess kills in underground caches, a tiny predator with the persistence of a marathon runner and the kill instinct of a great white. Wolverine versus moose. Wolverines weigh about 15 kilograms. A moose weighs up to 700 kilograms. That's a nearly 50 to 1 size difference, and wolverines have been documented killing moose. They do it through ambush, targeting weakened, young, or snow-trapped individuals. The wolverine jumps onto the moose's back, clamps down with the strongest jaws relative to body size of any mammal, and bites through the spine or neck until the animal collapses. They can hang on through thrashing and kicking because their claws are semi-retractable and curved for grip. In deep snow, wolverines have a massive advantage. Their large paws act as snowshoes, distributing their light weight across the surface while the moose breaks through and gets trapped. Wolverines have also been documented driving grizzly bears and wolf packs off their kills through sheer aggression. They eat frozen carcasses that other animals can't access by crushing bones with their powerful jaws. Their teeth can chew through frozen meat and bone that would break the teeth of much larger predators. Marlin versus tuna. Marlins are among the ocean's most spectacular hunters, reaching 4.5 meters long and weighing over 500 kilograms. But they regularly hunt yellowfin tuna that can weigh up to 180 kilograms and swim at 75 kilometers per hour. The marlin's advantage is its bill. During an attack, a marlin slashes through a school of tuna at speeds exceeding 80 kilometers per hour, using its elongated upper jaw like a sword. High-speed camera footage reveals the bill strikes with devastating lateral sweeps that stun, injure, or kill multiple fish in a single pass. The marlin then circles back to eat the stunned and wounded survivors. The bill is designed to minimize drag during the charge and maximize damage during the slash. Marlins can also change the color of their body in seconds, flashing bright blue and silver stripes. Researchers believe these color changes help coordinate attacks in groups and may disorient prey schools. Their eyes are heated by specialized muscles, keeping them warmer than the surrounding water to maintain sharp vision during deep dives into cold water, where tuna try to escape. Army ants versus everything. Army ants don't build permanent nests. They are the nest. A colony of 700,000 ants forms living structures out of their own bodies, linking legs and jaws to create bridges, walls, and bivouacs. When they march, they devour everything in their path. A swarm raid can cover 20 meters of forest floor per hour, and nothing small enough to be overwhelmed stays alive. They kill and consume insects, spiders, scorpions, lizards, snakes, and small mammals. Individual ants are nearly blind and weigh almost nothing, but collectively they function as a single superorganism. Soldier ants with massive mandibles form the perimeter. Smaller workers carry prey back to the column. The queen, carried in the center, produces up to 300,000 eggs per month. Animals that can't flee in time get swarmed, bitten from every direction and dismembered alive. Indigenous peoples in tropical regions historically left their homes when army ant columns approached, then returned to find the house cleared of every insect, spider, and rodent. A free extermination service delivered by a million tiny jaws. Dragonfly versus flying insects. Dragonflies are the most efficient predators on Earth by success rate. They catch their prey in over 95% of attempts. Lions succeed about 25% of the time. Great white sharks manage about 50%. Dragonflies make nearly every hunt count. They intercept flying insects midair at speeds up to 55 kilometers per hour, using flight capabilities no other insect can match. Each of their forewings operates independently, allowing them to fly forward, backward, sideways, hover, and turn on a dime. Their compound eyes contain up to 30,000 individual facets, covering nearly 360 degrees of vision. They don't chase prey. They predict where it will be and intercept it, calculating trajectory, speed, and direction in real time. This is called interception, the same technique fighter pilots use. They grab prey with legs that form a basket, scooping insects out of the air without slowing down. Dragonflies eat mosquitoes, flies, moths, and even other dragonflies. Some species eat hundreds of mosquitoes per day. Shrike versus lizards and mice. Shrikes are small songbirds, weighing about 50 grams that hunt and kill prey including lizards, mice, and other birds that can be larger than themselves. They're called butcher birds because of what they do after the kill. Shrikes impale their prey on thorns, barbed wire fences, or sharp branches. They create gruesome pantries of skewered corpses across their territory. This serves multiple purposes. It stores food for later. It helps them tear apart prey too large to eat whole since they lack the talons of raptors. And males with more impaled prey attract more females. The impaled collection essentially functions as a dating profile. More kills displayed means more resources demonstrated. Shrikes kill with a specialized notch in their beak called a tomial tooth that works like a falcon's beak. They strike the back of the neck to sever the spinal cord. They've been documented killing prey twice their weight by repeated strikes to the head and neck. A songbird with the hunting instincts of a raptor and the food storage habits of a serial killer. Tarantula hawk versus tarantula. The tarantula hawk wasp hunts tarantulas that can be 5 times its weight. And it doesn't just kill them, it uses them as living incubators. The wasp stings the tarantula with a venom so potent it ranks as the second most painful insect sting on Earth, just below the bullet ant. The sting paralyzes the tarantula completely, but keeps it alive. The wasp then drags the paralyzed spider, sometimes over considerable distances, to a prepared burrow. It lays a single egg on the tarantula's abdomen, seals the burrow, and leaves. When the egg hatches, the larva eats the tarantula alive from the outside in, carefully avoiding the vital organs to keep its food source fresh as long as possible. The tarantula is conscious and paralyzed for the entire process, which takes several weeks. The larva eventually consumes everything, pupates inside the hollowed-out spider, and emerges as an adult wasp. The tarantula's only defense is to run. Once stung, it's over. Jaguar versus caiman. Jaguars have the strongest bite force relative to size of any big cat, and they use it to hunt black caimans, crocodilians, that can reach 5 meters long and weigh over 300 kilograms. The jaguar's strategy is direct and brutal. It ambushes the caiman from the riverbank, pouncing onto its back and biting directly through the skull. Not the neck, the skull. Jaguars kill by piercing the brain case with their canine teeth, a technique unique among big cats. Their bite force, measured at over 1,500 newtons, is strong enough to crack a caiman's armored skull. They also hunt anacondas, capybaras, deer, and river turtles whose shells they crunch through. Jaguars are excellent swimmers and regularly enter water to hunt. They drag caimans weighing more than themselves out of rivers and up riverbanks. Indigenous Amazonian peoples have long considered the jaguar the master of both land and water. Among big cats, only the jaguar routinely hunts heavily armored reptilian prey by crushing through their strongest defense. Portia spider versus other spiders. Portia spiders are jumping spiders that hunt other spiders, including species much larger and more venomous than themselves. They are considered among the most intelligent invertebrates relative to brain size. Their hunting strategy is extraordinarily sophisticated. Portia enters the web of another spider and plucks the silk strands and patterns that mimic trapped prey, luring the resident spider closer. It adjusts its vibrations based on the response, essentially learning in real time what signals work. If the direct approach fails, Portia will leave, circle the web, find a different angle, and try a completely new strategy. Researchers have tested Portia spiders in mazes and detour problems and found they plan routes through trial and error, sometimes taking 30 minutes to assess a situation before acting. Against spitting spiders that can immobilize attackers with glue projectiles, Portia approaches only when the spitting spider is carrying eggs, rendering its weapon unusable. Against larger spiders, it uses long approach sequences over hours, advancing only when the target is distracted. Tactical patience from an animal with a brain smaller than a pinhead. Harris's hawk versus jackrabbits. Harris's hawks are the only raptors known to hunt cooperatively in organized packs. a strategy that lets them take down prey much larger and faster than any individual hawk could manage. A group of 2 to 6 hawks works together using relay pursuit. One hawk flushes a jackrabbit from cover while others wait at strategic positions. When the rabbit dodges one hawk, another takes over the chase. They rotate pursuit until the rabbit exhausts itself. Some members attack from above while others block escape routes on the ground. This is essentially wolfpack tactics in the air. Jackrabbits can run at 55 kilometers per hour and make sharp zigzag turns that would lose a single pursuing raptor. Against a coordinated team, the zigzag strategy fails because every direction already has a hawk waiting. After the kill, Harris's hawks share the meal based on hierarchy. They even stand on each other's backs on perches, a behavior called backstanding, apparently just because they can. The only bird of prey that hunts like a wolf pack and shares meals like a family. Honey badger versus cobra. Honey badgers weigh about 12 kilograms and regularly hunt and kill venomous snakes, including king cobras, puff adders, and black mambas. They are largely immune to snake venom through specialized acetylcholine receptors that resist the neurotoxins. A cobra bite that would kill a human in hours barely slows down a honey badger. When bitten, a honey badger may collapse and lie motionless for several hours, appearing dead. Then it wakes up, shakes off the effects, and finishes eating the snake. Their thick, loose skin provides additional protection. Snake fangs often fail to penetrate deep enough to deliver a full venom dose, and the loose fit means the badger can twist and fight back even when grabbed. Honey badgers actively seek out venomous snakes as food, digging them from burrows and pursuing them across open ground. They eat the entire snake, including the head and venom glands. They've also been documented raiding beehives, eating scorpions, fighting jackals, and stealing food from leopards. The Guinness Book of World Records once listed them as the most fearless animal on Earth. Komodo dragon versus water buffalo. Komodo dragons weigh up to 90 kilograms. Water buffalo weigh up to 1,200 kilograms. That's a 13-to-1 disadvantage, but the Komodo dragon doesn't need to overpower its prey. It needs one bite. Komodo dragons deliver venom from glands in their lower jaw that prevents blood from clotting and induces shock. Their saliva carries over 50 strains of bacteria. After a single bite, the Komodo follows its prey for days or even weeks, tracking it using its forked tongue to detect chemical traces in the air from kilometers away. The buffalo slowly weakens from blood loss, infection, and venom as the Komodo patiently shadows it. When the buffalo finally collapses, the Komodo eats. Sometimes multiple Komodos converge on the same dying animal, having independently tracked it across the island. They can consume up to 80% of their body weight in a single meal, and then survive for weeks without eating again. A predator that weaponized patience itself, using time as the killing blow.